Before we dive into this story, let me bring you up to speed real quick. This is Jessica and Jorge of Live Work Wonder. Back in 2018, we met these fine folks while we were exploring Alaska and quickly became friends as we shared the trail with them in the last frontier. Like us at the time, they had sold everything and were living in their Maltec 70 Series Land Cruiser Troopy. Over the years, we continued to keep in touch and even met up with them whenever our paths crossed. Unfortunately, during one of these visits, we discovered a major issue with their beautiful yellow Troopy. Turns out, the VIN number had been cut out and mysteriously swapped with an older Land Cruiser's VIN, which would make it appear legal to import to the United States, where Jess and Jorge later purchased it without a clue of the legal issues their new pride and joy carried with it. Now, to make a very long and sordid story short, Maltec, the original builder, agreed to take the truck back and build them a fresh US legal Land Cruiser to replace the illegal VIN-swapped yellow one. Over 2 years later, the freshly built replacement arrived, but again, something wasn't right. And so Jorge and Jess came to visit us in Utah, where they wanted to troubleshoot some big issues on their new rig. After only a few days of digging into what was supposed to be a turnkey, roadworthy build directly from Maltec trucks in Germany, we instead found that it had been built with parts that must have come straight from a salvage yard instead of the professionally rebuilt engine and driveline that had been promised. And so, with broken hearts and nowhere else to go, Jess and Jorge moved in with our family while they struggled for 8 long months to properly rebuild with their own hands what was supposed to have been an adventure-ready rig.
That's new. Good job, guys. Good job.
Fast forward life another 2 years, and we arrive at this story's beginning, reunited with our friends in Utah. And this time, there would be no wrenching away in the garage under the shadow of frustrations and disappointments. This time, we were ready to share the road again and find a big dose of redemption along some of our favorite trails in the world. That should bring you up to speed. Now, buckle up and ride along. When it comes to stocking our trailer with delicious meals, Sarah has it down to a science, which makes it easy on all of us by ordering ahead for a pickup at the grocery store. Now, if you have kids, you know that this beats walking down aisle after aisle with a hungry crew begging for every tasty snack we come across, and gets us back on the road with minimal meltdowns. Though Sarah's good about stocking a few treats upon request, even if the sourness levels was far more than anticipated by some. After a few more miles, we were rolling into familiar territory as the paved roads turned to dirt, and we pointed our little convoy to one of our favorite campsites for the night. All right, well, we've made it to camp. This is probably one of our top 3 epic camps in Utah. I'll show you more in the morning. You already got enough of a sneak peek. You know probably about where we are if you're from the area. So the girls are all hunkered in, the Voyager here, and I'm gonna go hang out with Jorge in the Land Cruiser. With camp set up and temps plummeting, we all retreated to our warm cabins to spend some time catching up. Since completely leaving social media, Jorge has been focused on his passion for music. Is that your music?
No, but it will be soon.
In fact, he wrote most of the soundtrack for this story, so prepare your ears to be in awe and your eyes to take in one of the most beautiful mornings we've ever experienced. Good morning. How'd you sleep? Yeah? How'd you sleep? While our night's sleep was actually relatively peaceful, considering our cabin mate's history, we did get an early wake-up call, which is okay, because it allowed us the opportunity to soak in an incredible sunrise over these Utah canyons. While we waited for our traveling companions to stir, we kicked off our usual camp coffee routine to complement the experience and get all cylinders firing for the day ahead.
What you got?
I'll come in and warm up.
That one's not even clean.
Yeah, I'll stop that. Nobody has to know. And that one's fine.
That one's clean? Okay.
Real left.
Real life.
Stuff.
That's right. You want to actually pour some cream down there for mine?
Trying to be sweet here. With our steaming coffee in hand and some fresh episodes of Bluey, we were feeling on top of the world, literally, in our cozy camping setup. Even Caroline had stayed warm with the auxiliary heater hose directed into her Bush Company tent and the cabin portal door open to let the warmth soak into her blankets. It wasn't long before Jessica emerged to let Lyra and Simon go about their morning constitution, which was our cue to begin packing down camp. have to say this is probably one of my favorite places in the world, right here. You agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. We stumbled on this place when we first moved to Utah, and I would bet we've returned here 24 times.
No. Anytime
And still,
someone comes.
every time we come down here, we find something new, something mind-blowing. Love it. So Jorge, you said that there was a deal. In order for you to be on this video, you had to get a lick in, so you might as well get it going.
Not until we turned the camera on them freaking Mormon rap boots.
I already did B-roll walking up.
You don't like his boots?
I didn't say I didn't like them. I said if those are the types of boots that a Mormon rapper would wear.
Because they're so clean.
Yeah, no, because there's like
the red?
they're Timberlands, but like in Utah, but they're not Timberlands.
But they're Danners.
Dang good boots.
Well, that sounds Mormon to me.
That's our
That's
slogan.
right.
It is the Mormon version of it. That's our PG
Oh
version.
goodness.
3, 2, 1.
Man.
That's so cool.
Did you hear the
echoes over there?
Yeah.
And then it finishes over
It's
there.
like way down there, man.
Like it almost like circles around.
Go see some Brower.
Dinosaur.
Hey, you want to know something?
What?
There's snakes for the next several miles.
Yeah, I believe that is the rare arrowhead
Snake.
Yeah.
Carved
ancient letters into the wall.
What am I looking for?
This.
Look at that.
That's just that's
That's a really big leaf.
tree star.
A tree star.
Yes! Yes!
Let's go see some dinosaurs.
Let's go see some dinosaurs.
Let's go see some.
Let's go see some
Let's go see some.
Dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
Don't mess it up. I was like in there directing it in my head.
We're gonna show him your dinosaur impression again.
You got one? Oh man.
That's her version of foreplay.
Just a mile or so down the trail, we stopped again at one of the most impressive ancient art panels in the Southwest. to ponder its meanings and messages with our friends. These pictographs, drawn in blood red and dark brown substances, detail elongated figures surrounded by flowing serpents. Some have been named rain angels for their flowing wing design. It's estimated that these paintings are around 2,000 to 4,000 years old and were painted by the Barrier Canyon culture, of which we know very little. As to the meaning of these ghostly works of art, we can only take our best guess, but many experts believe they were depictions of their spiritual encounters, cultural rituals, or historical recordings. We may never know what they really mean, but they are the earliest forms of storytelling, and we never grow tired of trying to decipher their messages. Now, it should go without saying, but please never touch or deface these glimpses into our human history. We want them to be around for many generations to come. While their bellies beginning to rumble, it was time to grab some lunch, so we found a unique place for a quick bite next to the last remaining swinging bridge in Utah. Built in 1937 to facilitate livestock access across the river, this impressive 160-foot-long structure in the desert is still standing, which is a testament to its strength after nearly 90 years of service and the occasional flash flood.
Vegetables, cheese, crackers, chicken salad. We like the snack. It's a winner. I do.
We actually skated on it. Can you go there?
Just as we were finishing up lunch, I kept noticing a sound in the distance that sounded kind of familiar. Someone, somewhere, was definitely stuck. So Jorge and I hopped in his troopy to scout around the area and see what's up. So what's the situation?
Well, Kevin here, the one holding the camera, heard someone like really ripping on their truck like they were stuck. And so after we finished lunch, we came over here. This rancher flagged us down because we were like, hey, somebody's definitely stuck. And yeah, he was definitely ripping on his truck. What did he say, Kevin? Like that he burnt out his front drive and dropped his...
And his starter fell off.
His starter fell off because he was giving it so much gas. So now we are here to rescue this man.
Yeah.
Hopefully not get stuck ourselves. I don't think we will, though. Holy cow, look at that, man. He got himself really in there, huh?
Yeah, he's in there. All right, well, let's see if we can't give him a jerk.
I had one of them ranch hands on
Chain? Yeah, I buried this thing in the Colorado National Forest.
I'll back her up a little bit.
Yeah, we need to back her up.
Shooting a log?
No, that's in Sydney style, so it's...
Oh, yes.
Okay, you ready?
Ready. Oh, now hit it. Okay, do it again. All right.
Right there, hit it hard.
Hit it.
That starter's ready to fall out, so it's just barely grinding on the flywheel.
You need anything else from us? Good.
After extracting the truck from the soft sandy bottom, there was still one big problem. Not only had his front differential gone out, which is what got him stuck in the first place, his starter was literally hanging on by a few threads from a couple of loose bolts. So we found a dry spot to help him get it reattached for his drive home, which was still a few hours away. Here's the 5/8. Let me know if that's any closer.
Well, hell, fine.
After an hour or so digging through our toolboxes and trying to find some bolts to replace the ones that had fallen out, we finally had it attached well enough to get him back to civilization. But the more we chatted, the more details of his predicament came out, and we eventually learned that he'd been stuck here for 2 days and had nearly froze, sleeping in the cab of his truck with no food and no water. As it turns out, we were the first people he had seen, or at least been able to flag down, since getting stuck. So we loaded him up with food and drinks and sent him on his way, but not before exchanging phone numbers so he could let us know if he made it home. Otherwise, we would come looking for him later along his route north.
These ones are off Robert Redford's.
This is the single one, yeah.
Up in Heber.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Hey, absolutely, man.
Yeah, man.
I didn't want to spend another cold night out here.
I don't blame you. We do it for fun. That's not fun. With our good deed done for the day, we turned our trusty steeds southbound with their fresh set of shoes towards a canyon we've been itching to show our friends. As we climbed in elevation, the snow met us there and blanketed the desert landscape in several inches of icy slush, making the surrounding ridges and mesas stand out even more against the blue skies. After a little bit of slipping and sliding, we made our way down again and were soon at the mouth of the canyon. Jorge and Jess have been hoping for a little more technical sections to stretch their legs of their Land Cruiser. And while this route isn't exactly extreme, it's beautiful and offers a few sections for some fun.
know.
We emerged from the canyon just as darkness was settling over the land. Our day had been one for the books, with good company, incredible views, good deeds, and amazing trails. Sadly, Jorge, Jess, Lyra, and Simon had to hit the road south for Arizona, but we were so glad that we finally got to share the trail again after so many years and seemingly non-stop dramas that kept it from happening. While it was a short trip, it definitely felt like redemption, and after saying goodbyes, we all reluctantly headed off to our base camps to continue our own stories. Until next time, safe travels, my friends. We love you both. Hope to see you on the trail again real soon.
Amelia.